Akademiks. Can't ride no wave.
Oh, did y'all see this? Adam hit me about this yesterday. The Whatever podcast. So the Whatever podcast had my nigga Adam on last night, and he was on there with a nigga who's kind of a known hater. But apparently Adam and him went head to head. Okay? Now the dude name is a Saint and Sinner. I usually don't say his name at all, but fuck it. The dude came on there and he just started going at Adam's jugular over Adam allowing his wife to get piped out. So I'll play a little bit of it.
By the time we're done in the adult business, I'm sure she'll have shot other scenes with other guys and everything, yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Can I ask Adam a question?
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Is this for the money or just like, you're like, this is what I'm called to do?
I would say it's primarily for the money, the same way that probably most of the girls here wouldn't be
I'm about to get
on the
another
internet if
Corona.
they didn't have OnlyFans that were profitable for them. But at the same time, I mean, me and her have been hooking up with other girls for the duration of our relationship, and we actually had one off-camera boy-girl threesome with my wife and a friend of mine within like the first month that I met her. We were out drinking one night and we ended up having some fun in that sense. So it's not like completely
Ain't that house phone?
outside the realm of things that I would do for free, but we don't have a lot of crazy off-camera sexual experiences. Almost everything that we do that's out of the ordinary is on camera.
So is there, because I don't know what you're worth, but I have a sense that you're doing reasonably well. So if there was no money to be made, would you continue on with it?
I think that was a conversation that her and I had that made us realize that we wanted to kind of start pushing the boundaries of what we were doing on camera. Was she said, do you really think that we're going to be together for the next 20 years and that we're never going to swap or bring another penis into our sexual situation? And I said, no, I definitely feel like I'm comfortable enough that I could see us doing that as time goes by. And then we ended up actually orchestrating it on camera.
Are you bisexual?
No.
Okay. All right. Let's sign up. All right. So with regards to bringing the other dude in, would you say that was primarily driven by her?
I would say it was very mutual. We just kind of realized that, after doing that Jason Love scene, we just didn't realize how viral the whole thing was going to be. Mm-hmm. And so we kind of got set on the path of thinking about how we could take it to the next level, because it ended up being like by far the most viral thing that any of us had ever been involved with. So at that moment we kind of realized like, oh, this is kind of our thing now. We have to sort of push at the edges of our conventional relationship, and the people will be incapable.
Bruh.
Well, I mean,
Ain't
mostly
not conventional.
well, I mean, we sleep with other girls, but off camera our relationship is entirely traditional.
Crazy. All right. So what I'm really trying to figure out is, because you said you were uncomfortable with the Jason Love scene initially, right?
I was a little conflicted about it. It was a little bit of a weird thing.
And so I'm trying to figure out like where your soul is, and as much as like removing money from the equation. And honestly, at this point, I don't even think money is really the driving force.
Yeah, just to get it out there, me and her are both multimillionaires and have been for many, many years. Yeah.
Right, exactly. So money's not the driving force. So if it were just up to you and she were a robot as opposed to a human, and you could have it to where you could have things open on your side but closed on her side, would you prefer that?
To be honest, she came to me before we started kind of pushing out the boundaries of our relationship, and she said, what do you think that we should do? Do you think that I should just kind of hang it up and have another kid? Or do you think that we should keep doing this for a few more years and kind of see how far we can take things? And I said, you know what, let's push at the edges. Let's see how far we can take this. So it is primarily a financial thing, but also I can say that when we shot the scene with this other guy the other day, I had a great time. It was fun overall.
Like your time was enhanced because he was there. Because me personally, I like my meat to be the only one on the sandwich.
Right. No, it was exciting. It was exhilarating for sure.
Like what kind of hot dog? It's just like one hot dog on the buns. You're be like, you got all these Vienna sausages coming out the woodwork. So you find that it's enhanced by that? Because I find like
I thought it was fun. Yeah.
Okay.
In a different way than
Now I'm gonna be honest with you. Adam should have never sat down with this guy. Okay. Here's the thing. Adam is at a place in his career where he's the A side in most of these media rooms. All those women around him are there because Adam, whether y'all know it or not, he's the biggest porn star out. He's the most famous porn star out, right? He's the A side. And at some point, you have to, when you know you're the A side, you can't be getting dominated by someone who needs to come up off you. And I'm going to be honest with you, this guy needs to come up off Adam. That's the fact. Now, is he making some valid points? Yeah. However, if I'm Adam, I ain't sitting out with him, period. Sorry. You get what I mean?
Sleeping with other girls, we've done that hundreds of times together. Right. So this was something that switched it up a little bit,
Do you think with all of these unusual sexual experiences that it might lead you down a path to where you have to go to extreme things to get off?
No, I've been jerking off to the exact same type of content my entire life. So the idea that guys who watch porn have to sort of slowly get into more and more extreme
I'm not talking
content.
about watching it. You're in it.
Right, yeah. But I mean, I've been doing porn on camera with her, and this is the only thing that we've done that took it to another level. You know, if we did 7 years straight of just having sex with other girls on camera, this is the only thing that we've done that kind of opened it up a little bit to the tune of us becoming like probably one of the most viral couples in America in the past year. So in terms of where we could take it, I mean, I'm not doing any gay shit. And so that's probably like the primary thing. We've had obviously people asking us if we would ever shoot with a trans person. I'm not interested in that either. So I can't really think of where we would take it.
Okay, without belaboring it, I'm gonna let you carry on.
Sure.
Just one last piece. You know, sometimes we aren't really, seeing ourselves in as much as you said she brought the conversation to you. You said that you didn't feel comfortable initially with the Jason Love being involved in.
Well, I agreed to the Jason Love thing. It was just once it actually took place, I had a tiny amount of buyer's remorse that I quickly replaced with realizing like, oh, this is not a big deal. Nothing changed in our relationship after she shot with another guy. So that was pretty abated quickly.
Right. So it's like called the inversion of morals, which is to say that truth be told, in your heart of hearts, you're not comfortable with it. You want to retain your spouse.
I've had moments of
one second, I didn't interrupt you. I didn't interrupt you at all because I do want to hear you out.
You're kind of pushing like a fake narrative by saying that I'm uncomfortable with it.
But I never interrupted you.
Very comfortable.
I never interrupted you because I want to hear you out.
I just wanted to save you a little bit of breath by correcting you before.
I'm not trying to get you angry. I sincerely am interested in what you have to say, but I didn't interrupt you one time. So the reason I ask is because, as I said, you started off, you said that you felt uncomfortable when it happened. She brought up the conversation. You're not bisexual. So sometimes when things happen and you want to keep your lady, you make the adjustment, compromising, but in your heart of heart, that's not really what you wanted. So you're being open, and then you had this idea planted, and then you start adopting it, thinking like, okay, well, I'm okay with it. Maybe it's something that I signed off on too. So you assign it mutuality when in actual fact, the inception of that idea came from her and you've adjusted to it.
I wouldn't say the inception of the idea came entirely from her. This is a conversation we've been having throughout the entirety of our relationship as we met more and more male performers that I was comfortable with and sort of slowly over time realized that this was something that we both felt comfortable with.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so when you say that you were comfortable with, right, and it came over time, whereas with the females, it just came straight away, almost like a natural thing, you might say.
Right.
So why in terms of when the guy comes along, there has to be a process, because it's a process of adjusting to something that's unpleasant?
Why was there a process that it took some adoption? What are you asking?
Yeah, it seems as though different than the females came naturally, and it seemed to not be an issue.
Grid One Motorsports donated $200. I guess it is fair that you get to bang other girls.
Working forever. So for me, it's like, I would like to leave the game with, I don't know, 10, 20, $30 million.
Yeah, so basically, you said the value is the financial value. I'm so confused.
Nick, the last clip from Lena's Instagram, it's pulled up.
That's bad.
Set. I'm sure he had a good time. I, grew accustomed to it rather quickly. So,
did you have one final point or anything for Andrew? I do want to.
No, there was a point in which, like the argumentative piece I was getting to kind of reached a culmination. I thought they got it, but they didn't understand it. Do you want to summarize that? Do you recall?
Yeah, so basically you said the value is the financial value, is the financials you get from the videos, but then you...
Okay, so this is where I do think they have a point, and I think Adam he has to get a better answer for this because I've asked him this question too. To sum up the bullshit that they were talking about, not bullshit, but what they were talking about before, and they were asking him, they asked Adam, "Hey, listen, the majority of these women that are sitting around the table, they're OnlyFans models. However, most of them they have to do OnlyFans and some other things to get money." OnlyFans isn't self-sustainable for them yet in terms of just financials. Obviously, if you ask most women that get into OnlyFans, they're not going to say, hey, I just like showing my butthole for $4.99. They're usually saying it's a means to an end. I'm doing it for money. I get that money. I'm going to do other things with it, but I don't want to, I'm not enjoying or basking in the fact that I'm exposing or selling my body for subscriptions. He asked Adam, hey, why do you guys do it? And Adam basically says that financial motivation is very huge. Like, for example, the scene with Jason Love, that he allowed Jason Love to do whatever with his wife. He said he and Lena made millions off of that scene, right? Okay, cool. The next question, which I thought was, I ain't gonna lie, it was a decent train of thought. The dude asks Adam, he says, well, what are you doing with the money, or why do you need to have so much money? Because I think he made a point to say $2 million and $15 million, depending, unless you're living a wild lifestyle. Once you get into the millions, like, of course, if you have 100 million compared to 5 million, there's a difference in lifestyle, but the difference between 2 and 5 isn't that much in what you could do in the lifestyle you could live. So I guess he's asking Adam, what the fuck do you do with the money? Then Adam responded to him by saying, we really don't spend money. Like, we don't use our money for anything. It's not like they buy expensive stuff. It's not like they're going on crazy vacations. It's not like they're trying to save to buy something else. He says the money just sits there. And I guess what the dude was saying, and the woman's now going to interpret, well, if you're saying you're doing this weird version of porn for money and you're just getting money to hoard, but you're not using it for any purposes, that seems like it's not a good reason for why you be doing all this shit. You're going to hear her explain it.
You also say that you don't do anything with the money, that it doesn't really matter to you, so you guys don't live a luxurious lifestyle, that the money is just kind of sitting there. So how is that a financial value if you don't even use it?
Well, her and I are building a business, and also, we have plans of not working forever. So for me, it's like, I would like to leave the game with, I don't know, 10, 20, $30 million. And so us doing that was probably the greatest windfall of money that we ever got from doing anything. And it was relatively painless for us.
One quick question. Are you concerned about your child? I believe she's a daughter, right? Mm-hmm. I have a daughter. I just gave birth a couple months ago. Do you ever worry that one day she'll see this content and maybe would you want her to be doing content like this? Is this something that would make you proud as a father to a young daughter?
I think every parent wants to see their offspring do better than them. So for sure, I wouldn't like to see her, just sort of default to that just because she knows that her parents did it.
You don't
People always
so?
say that. I just can't.
You're a funny
imagine,
guy,
bro.
Funny guy. Okay.
I don't know.
So you're dating a Slovakian? Yeah. Involved with this? Or
no.
Sorry,
I'm sitting next to an 18-year-old. I'm like, oh my gosh, like. Okay.
Right. Wait, is anybody like younger than 20 here?
All right, here we go.
I need to get on that.
Yes. Yeah.
I need to get on
I
that.
can help you with that.
Okay. Oh, why don't I call you instead of, because I'm going to probably butcher it again, Saint?
Saint? Cool.
Saint, is that
fantastic?
Good? Okay. So your relationship status?
I usually don't discuss it.
Oh.
Can I skip it?
Give us a hint.
Yeah.
Give us a hint.
I'm doing what Adam would do if he was a boss, which is to say...
Adam is a boss.
Wow.
For the record.
Which is to say that my lady's 100% monogamous and only wants to be monogamous, and then I do what I want to do.
I see. So do you have would you say you have a main piece?
So that's kind of like the red pill talking point. Like, your girl is supposed to only want to be with you, and you're not saying you need to be with other women, but the option is there for you. And that's usually based on the high value man dates a woman type of like philosophy, which obviously like liberals or people who believe in a lot of like liberal ideology, they usually believe in just straight equality, which means if you are allowed to have other women, your women should be allowed to, have a lot of other Vienna sausages, right? As this thing said.
A main chick and side chicks.
No, because every woman I deal with is conservative. So every woman I would deal with, it would be for the potential of having in a long-term relationship. So I try not to deal with dirt bags.
So you do you want multiple wives?
I wouldn't ever get married legally, and obviously polygyny is illegal in the United States.
Right.
But, we keeping things open, see if we can, make a contribution out here.
So you have multiple concurrent, long-term, one-directional, monogamous relationships?
With conservative women, correct.
I see. Okay. All right. What's the pitch? Because I feel like how do you pitch it to the chicks? Because bro, why you gotta fucking? Oh my god.
She's feeding it.
Bro, why you gotta fucking? Oh my god.
OnlyFans, so don't throw me in that. Okay. But I feel like it's
like
would I want my dad to watch me having sex with someone else? Recorded.
Bro. Is not necessary. There's no life on camera and life off camera. It's either you're monogamous or you're not monogamous.
If you got a movie role and you kissed the girl in the movie role, would you still be monogamous in your relationship? I mean, I realize that the sex thing is more of a real physical fact, right?
Did you compare a movie kiss? You compared a movie kiss to your girl getting smacked down?
It literally is. They're making a piece of content. They're making a film.
I actually agree with him. I would say that's not being monogamous.
I feel like you're intentionally misunderstanding what I'm saying.
No, not at all.
I mean, it's pretty obvious that there is a difference between doing things off camera.
Let me ask you a
camera,
question.
Right?
If you think I'm intentionally misunderstanding, you think if we took a poll right now and we said, would you consider Adam's relationship monogamous? Would people vote yes, it's monogamous, or no, it's not monogamous?
Obviously, it comes with a very big caveat that says,
why must there be a caveat?
On camera, the rules are slightly different.
That's the whole point. There's no caveat. You're creating a false frame.
There is a caveat. I just named the caveat.
You're creating
I think everybody here actually understands it, right?
Yeah. No, that's not true.
You see all the girls nodding their head?
No, that's because you have 3 conservative individuals here, and then you have everyone else here is in sex work.
She just said she understands.
Dude, I would her. She's not in sex work. She's.
But why did you put her between? This is confusing, right?
Oh yeah.
Because she's pretty, and I need her next to me.
No, I'm just saying, if
what's
it was
your
to be like conservative and then OnlyFans girls, they would switch. But
hold on, just 1 sec, guys.
Mr. Adam 666, do not insult our intelligence. Your wife is a sex worker. There is no monogamy. You are the one pretending.
Oh. Settled.
I'm a sex worker as well.
Settled. Correct. Yeah. And you both have herpes.
666. What the? I thought it's 22.
It's Adam 16.
Oh, that's
what
fine.
No, because
Cuck 22.
That was like the double number.
Yeah, that was like a play on.
Yeah.
Let's try to keep things a little pleasant.
Donated 200.
Yo, I ain't gonna lie, man. Adam did a decent job of trying to.
Most women are going to be like, no, I don't want you.
Right.
With other
or
chicks.
They're going to try to force some level of, gender feminist, we're equal, we're the same. So if you do it, I do it.
Okay.
All right. So Adam, you ready for this? Get your pen and paper.
Let's go.
You ready for this? All right, cool. So the number one foundational piece is selecting the correct woman. I'll give you an example. We're just going to go. Just give me a little bit of time here. Have you ever cheated before?
No, never.
Never. Have you ever cheated before?
No.
Would they admit it though?
Have you? Have you ever cheated before?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever cheated before? You're lying. Have you ever cheated before?
That's fucked up.
No, I'll tell you why. No, I will tell you why. I'm not picking on her. I'm gonna tell you why.
Straighten your mic, please.
I will tell you why. I can read characters very well.
Gotcha.
There was a gentleman here named Nick. He was explaining to everyone how the show is going to proceed and giving us the basics on, how to pay attention, how to track the speaker, how to be respectful, in other words. There was one person who was not paying attention while he was talking. Who was that?
That was me.
That was you.
Yeah.
So out of everyone sitting here, why are you the one that's sitting here being disrespectful when he's taking out his time to show you how to best present yourself in front of millions of people?
Because I was turning off my alarm. Yeah, and I didn't want to forget to do it later.
Sure, I hear you. Because you're a disrespectful person. And you were rude and catty with him after he told you. As a boss, I always look at these things because I
was rude and catty with him because I put my phone away?
No.
I don't think I said anything disrespectful. I mean,
I agree with you. I agree that you think you didn't say anything disrespectful. I agree that you think you weren't being disrespectful.
Now, Adam's
that's your actual nature. So a person like you who is by nature one who is narcissistic and disregards others, you're the one that's going to cheat.
Because I was on my phone when I didn't.
Why were you the only one?
Phone?
I got 2 phones right here. I got 2 phones. Why were you the only one?
Do you follow every single fucking rule? Have you ever had a speeding ticket? Like, have you ever gotten in trouble?
Why are you so angry?
Like in class?
You're just angry right now.
I think you're just as expressive as I am.
You're
and I think when a
angry.
woman like kind of like barks back at you, it's an issue.
Well, there's no need to bark. We're humans.
But you've been like,
you can just talk.
kind of.
I'm just calling a spade a spade. I'm just saying,
It's okay.
why were you? I'm asking you a question. Why were you the only one out of everyone here? Why was it you that all of a sudden needed to do that right when he's giving us the directions?
Just because I had to do it.
Right, because you didn't care. Now, settle.
I don't know how being on my phone correlates to cheating. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, be fucking for real right now.
A lot of things will be hard for you to comprehend. That's why you're in sex work, because you can't offer value in the marketplace.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, if you had legit,
I think I have a lot more to offer than just being on OnlyFans.
If you had
like that I started 2 months ago, like there's a lot more things I have to offer than
if
that.
you had significant IQ and skill set, you'd be able to go into the marketplace and earn a good income such that you didn't have to do that.
Significant IQ, like the women that you're with that let you cheat on them and and bring whatever diseases back to them, right? Like those are like high value women, right?
I hear you. Right. Yeah. So being that you don't have significant income or the ability to offer skills,
I don't have a significant income. Okay, gotcha.
Why do you keep cutting me off? All right, go ahead. You talk, and then I'll respond. Go ahead. You talk. I'll go after.
Can you at least scoot your mic that way? There you go.
She wasn't listening to the directions. That's why she didn't know.
I'm a bad listener.
Just
I'm a bad listener, and I'm a cheater.
Okay. All right. Do you want to talk now? I just want to make sure you don't interrupt me. So go ahead. No, I'm offering you the floor because you were talking while I was talking. Go ahead.
I'm good. You can say what you need to say.
Wow. See, your brain dead. That's a problem. That's why you have to interrupt me while I'm talking. I gave you the floor. You didn't want to take it because you don't have any thoughts or anything to say.
I do have lots of things to say.
And don't worry, I'm not really talking to you. I'm speaking against you as a symbol. Mm-hmm. So don't take personal offense to it.
Which is what? A symbol of what?
A symbol of a declining society where people lack values.
Mm-hmm.
So the point is this. If you had IQ and skills to offer to the marketplace, you can earn a good income. Being that the most valuable thing about you is something that you never earned. You didn't earn knowledge. You didn't earn skills. It's your breast that you're paid for and your butthole. So you market that to earn money.
Okay. So I'm the one with like the least IQ here, even though I do
No.
I do
you
like
might
the
not
least
be.
amount on OnlyFans,
I surmise,
but because I'm the only woman who's barking back at you like I'm this brain dead fucking bimbo who has nothing to offer to
that's
society.
Not why.
I mean, then what?
Well, let's test it. Let's test it real quick. Okay, what's your age?
I'm 28, but I'm not testing. I'm not doing a test.
You're 28.
I'm getting up there. You're right.
Amazing.
My eggs are drying up.
Okay.
I'm not going to be fertile. No one's going to want me. I'm not a high value woman. Like,
that's
what
fine.
else?
We're not going there. Here's where we're going. If you weren't doing OnlyFans, how would you earn a 6-figure plus income?
I do
Wait,
like,
speak English. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Nisa.
I work at one of the I work at one of the best clubs in Las Vegas.
You seem like you're having trouble with English for a second. Tell us.
I'm perfectly fine with my English.
Go on.
I'm a little riled up. Yes.
I'll tell you when Adam leaves. Adam's about to leave.
I'm a little thrown off.
1 more minute.
By you attacking me because I think a lot of these other girls.
That's because people never address you.
And I respect.
People never address you directly.
Here. I think you're just attacking me because I'm responding to you, and you don't like that, and you don't like women who go against what you have to say.
That's fine.
And that's why you choose the women that you do.
Do you mind answering the question I asked you?
What is the question?
Okay, I'll say it one more time. What skills do you have that would help you earn a 6-figure plus income at age 28?
You're right, nothing. There's nothing there's no skills that I have at all.
You're trying to escape.
There's nothing.
But I'm saying
there's no skills. No, you're right.
Because you're a cocktail server in Las Vegas.
Yeah.
Right?
And there's nothing else that I have to offer.
And she's trying to play it off right now. And that's a strategy. Very nice.
What's the strategy? Tell us.
Please, but the fact is, I live in Las Vegas. I've seen your type many times. Generally, they're younger.
Gotcha.
But the point is this.
Old, I know, man.
No, really. Honestly, they should be firing you.
Someone marries me.
Yeah, no, they should be. I don't know about that, but they should certainly be firing you and get someone of the appropriate age to do such a low-level job.
Oh, yeah.
But the point is this. Why are you opening your mouth wide like that? It's not time. Bring the camera out. She's ready.
I think she can be shocked. She can do whatever she wants. She's fine.
But here's the point. Here's the point. You're currently a cocktail server, which consists of, hey, I'll have a Jack and Coke. Okay. And then you walk away, tell someone else Jack and Coke. They hand you a Jack and Coke. You come back and bring it back to me and hope that I would give you a good tip. That's your skill set.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it?
It's a hard work.
And what about it?
Yeah, there is no skill set is the point, which is to say if I took your brain and placed your brain into a man's body, you would be in poverty.
You caught me.
Because you're brainless.
Oh,
Carrying on.
You're right, yeah. I'm just good for nothing. Yep, you caught me.
No, you are good for something. That's why you have OnlyFans. And that's my point, is that that's what you're good for. And I'm not trying to be rude, but it's just that
I think you are trying to be rude.
No, I'm just being honest.
No, I mean, being honest on what? I mean, do you even know who I am as a person? I mean, before like throwing these insults that I'm just this brain dead fucking woman who has nothing to offer.
We should avoid ad hominem.
Here's where Adam comes in.
Ad hominem. When you actually, there were some, but
brainless might be a little.
Do you even know me? Like, you don't even, and you're only calling me brainless because I'm the only one responding to you.
Do you think?
You know what I think has him a little bit upset? Just so you know, every girl sitting on this side of the table earns more money than him.
Yeah.
Stop.
He's an imposter. He's been outed in the past.
And he's mad about it.
He basically LARPs as a
Honestly,
rich guy on the internet.
If I was absolutely poor, it would mean nothing.
All the girls,
it would mean nothing.
I think we all are kind of in agreement that
amazing.
we don't really want to sit here and listen to someone who's basically a scam artist tell us what's wrong with our lives.
This is amazing.
What do you do for work?
I'm
This is amazing.
How do you make
on the
money?
edge of
What do you
walking
do for
out,
work?
Brian. I'm gonna be totally real.
What do you do for work?
And I'm not walking out on like a
What do you do for
climate
work?
level. I just don't
No, what
really
do you
want to
do for
listen to a
work?
scam artist tell me what's so
What do you
wrong
do
with
for
our
work?
Google my
lifestyles,
name.
right?
You can Google my
fucking
name
know who
right
you
now.
are.
You can Google my name.
If you
right
Google
now.
his
Does anyone
name,
know this guy's name?
you'll be
And I
exhilarated.
hurt your feelings earlier, and
You didn't hurt my feelings
I did
at
hurt
all.
your
It's just
feelings.
Yo, Flacco about to get his ass whipped for this, man. Remember, that's the nigga that Flacco was like, yo, the big homie. Remember when Flacco was like, yo, I'm here. Yo, some of y'all might call him this, but I just call him big homie.
You're trying to
And
do
the
this
whole
whole
chat
moral
is hurting your
superiority
feelings.
thing, and it's not
The
working
whole
because
chat is
you're
hurting
broke.
your feelings. The
You're
whole chat is-
actually broke.
Here's the funny.
You got a milk dud on top of your head.
Here's the funny thing.
By the way, to be fair, and I'll call it a spade a spade. Yeah, this thing's broke as shit, and he's definitely a liar and a fraud. But he was making some valid points. That he was just mad at the girls, I guess. But he was making some valid points about the relationship dynamic with Adam, and I thought it was reasonable questions, even though they may have been targeted, because I think he has some issue with Adam because he showed up on No Jumper before, and he felt that Adam was like talking shit. But, you know what I mean? I think that could have been a decent conversation. But, you know, this is what I said to Adam, because Adam sent me the clip, and I was like, dog, with all due respect, is like, my nigga, like, you don't need to sit down with, like, at the end of the day, this dude isn't 1/10 as successful as Adam, and I'm not even talking about porn. I'm talking about just, like, doing what he's done, even in the media space, is, so you can't sit down with everybody. This is why you can't sit down or engage with everybody, honestly.
I'm just being real with you.
If I was actually broke, it literally would mean nothing to me.
Then what's up? Then prove
Why
it.
did you
If
do
I
an
still had
NFT
a
scam
soul.
on your fans for
Look,
like
if I still
$400?
Silliness.
Checkmate.
Silliness.
This guy's a scammer.
guys,
Is that his job as
I
being an actual
think
scammer?
I'm gonna leave, and if any of you girls want to leave with me, I'd be happy to take you with me.
Hold on.
He's rage quitting. He's rage quitting.
It's not a rage quit. It's
Rage
just
quitting.
you're not on the level
He's
of
rage
me
Adam,
or
you're not
any
lying.
of these
Wait,
girls.
no,
here.
I agree.
Rage quitting.
Guys, hold on. Let's just take a little
I
pause
didn't mean to
here.
make him
I
rage
think
quit.
I'm done,
No,
Brian.
Adam.
I don't want to listen to this guy anymore, and I feel like I might do something extreme if I were to stick around.
on.
When I first walked in, I
I
said, "Do
might
you
have
want
to
the fade?"
polish that milk dud.
When I first walked,
guys,
when I
guys,
saw you
appreciate you guys,
downstairs,
bro.
I said, "Do you want the fade?" And you said no.
Wow.
Okay.
See what you
When I
fucking
first
did?
walked
What the hell's Brick Baby at? Brick Baby's supposed to take care of this nigga. Brick Baby, where you be at, nigga?
in, I said, "Do you
Thanks
want the
a
fade?"
lot.
You said no. We could have took care of that before the show started.
Do you guys have like some pre-existing beef or something?
Listen,
Can we switch?
Yo, I like this guy right here. Typical, yeah. He's like the whiter version of Adam. He's acting like he had no idea. Yeah, all right. Nigga, he's seen it. He knew they had smoke, nigga. He set up this show as a good show.
Adam,
when
what if
I
we
came
kick
in,
this
when
guy
I
out
came in
instead?
downstairs, the first thing I said when I saw him, I said, "Do you need that fade?" And he said, "No, it's just content."
Oh, I didn't know you guys had like.
Yeah, as soon as I walked up, I said, "Do you need that fade?" And he said, "No, it's
Can
just
we grab
content."
this guy?
Oh, but I mean, like, did you guys have like a previous?
Yeah,
wait,
because I
what's
went
that?
on No Jumper. He waited until I left the state of California, and then he started talking crazy. And I said, if you had an issue with Marquette Devon Burton, you could have said that to me when I was right there in your studio. Like, you don't have to wait until I
did
leave.
you do an episode with him? Listen.
I was like, you don't have to wait
I
until
don't-
I leave.
I don't know.
And then he DM'd me on Instagram like, "Hey, bro, we got to like do a show when you come back." It's like,
Wait,
you're phony.
are you leaving? Or?
Can you grab him? Like,
The super villain.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I think there was a decent discussion to be had there. But also, I think, number one, you can't sit down with people you don't respect. And I don't think Adam respects him. And here's the thing about the Saint and Sinner dude. Brother, like, I know you think me and you are in some feud. We're not, right? And I know you think for your very minute audience, you might think like, oh, damn, man, I cooked him. Yeah, I didn't respond. You do make some valid points. And a lot of times when you speak, you actually have sometimes a train of thought that is very reasonable and actually is warranted of a response, right? Despite some of the petty stuff you do. It's fine. Here's the problem. I think everybody in the space, whether it's a red pill space or just a content space, they constantly look at you and how you purport yourself and purport your accomplishments. And because that doesn't hold water, I think you're not winning a lot of these feuds. People don't want to engage, right? People feel it's a zero sum. They have nothing to gain. They don't think that going back and forth with you is going to benefit them and it's only going to help your profile. Like, if this wasn't for Adam, I would never watch this. Now you probably have a couple people from his audience and my audience, and I'm like, oh, who is this guy? So, at a certain point, people stop responding to people like you. And for me, the advice I would give to you is, for everything you've claimed you have built, I know you like to double talk and be like, oh, because I heard you talking about certain stuff. Like, yeah, I like to keep stuff in secrecy and blah, blah, blah. Brother, if people think you're a nobody, they don't want to talk to a nobody, right? It's just a difference. If I said something to Adam versus or vice versa, he said something to me, I would probably think it's worthy of a response. You speaking to him, he thinks you're a bum. Sorry to say. And by the way, a lot of people in the space do as well. I mean, including your good old friend Destiny, who had some choice words for you as well. So it is what it is. And if you guys don't know, like, basically, he's one of the dudes who, like, he's talked about how he's built all these companies, he has all this net worth, but nobody's ever seen it. So it's like some random guy who doesn't have the clout coming on saying he's accomplished and he's, on the same level of people who you could see tangibly what they have done and what they've accomplished. You've seen the work they've put in, and he thinks that they should either engage with him, go back and forth with him, or if they don't, they have somehow lost. Yeah, if I'm Adam, I would have told that Brian nigga, like, nigga, are you out of your fucking mind? Don't ever invite me here with no bum-ass thing like this ever again. That's the reality of it. Okay. All right, people, what else? Oh, real quick. Oh, shit. I got to do it, people. Here's my shit at. Oh. Hey, real quick,